Greetings everyone, Brett here with Hammerhead Model Making, back with another 5-minute review. Today we're going to be looking at the just recently released Tamiya Leopard 2 A7V in 1/35 scale. And this review kit was kindly been provided by MRS Hobby Shop. A little bit more about them later on in the video. So let's go ahead and take a look at the kit. I am not very familiar with the Leopard, but I feel like I am fairly familiar with armored vehicles. And so there's something that I noticed almost immediately when I opened this kit, and it was the incredible non-slip texture on this vehicle. And I've seen it rendered in other kits before, varying degrees of success, but this feels like just the right level of scale appropriate texture, but at the same time like not looking soft. Like it looks like it could genuinely be rough texture. And I'm just amazed at how good it looks. And I'm sure it'd look even better under a nice coat of paint and some decent weathering, but it just looks fantastic out of the box. And as you come to expect from a Tamiya kit, the molding is just absolutely excellent, crisp and clean. Zero flash whatsoever on this kit. I mean, which you would expect from a new kit, but still, there are exceptions to that. But as you can see, just the parts are just really nice looking, very clean. The quality of like the actual plastic itself looks really nice. Like I didn't see very much, injecting artifacts in the plastic. So it looks like it was very well done. Lots of like on the back side of parts, lots of nice structure and support to make sure parts are solid and rigid without necessarily adding like a lot of extra plastic to it. So overall, just top notch. And even some of these small parts that have the non-slip texture are just really great. You get the handles and latches and bolts and welds are all like really well rendered on this kit, and it is just so good looking. There's a couple of parts in here that initially, upon my initial inspection of the plastic, I didn't notice. They didn't necessarily stand out to me, but I want to point something out to you later on the instructions that was really cool. Tracks are link and length type, and because they're actually two halves, tops and a bottom, as far as I can tell, you should not have to worry about sanding any ejector pins on this. I could be wrong, but just for my initial thing, I think the weakest part of this kit are the two crew figures that it comes with. Their uniforms, just the details feel really soft and melty to me. And I mean, maybe that's just how it's supposed to look. I'm not sure, but they come in two halves. I don't know. It's just, the figures don't work for me. Absolutely everything else 100% does. And it's great. But I mean, like most Tamiya kits, it's going to be, you're not going to have any like additional stowage or stuff to put on it. It's going to be the tank. You do get a nice set of clear parts for like vision blocks, things like that. Optic for the gunner sight, and they all look crystal clear. No issues there that I can see. You do uncharacteristically get a small fret of photo etch, mainly for screens over the engine vents, and as well as bustles for the turret. So nice that they included. They also included masks for the clear parts. You do have to cut them out. They are not pre-cut. Just be aware, as well as a small set of decals. So let's take a look at the instructions. We're going to go through this pretty fastly. You can pause the video and inspect anything if you will, but it's going to be pretty much like any other armor kit. You starting from the lower hull, working your way up the vehicle. You do get sponson covers, so none of that old like classic 1970s see-through all the way to the bottom. So everything's pretty logical the way it builds up. You do get a single piece gun tube with bits on the either end to flesh it out, so the very little cleanup there. Here's what I wanted to point out. You are provided molds, 2-part molds, positive and negative, for forming the photo etch for the bustles. I've never seen that before, and I think it is absolutely genius. So well done, Tamiya, on that. That is like home run out of the park with that one. So there you go. It seems to be pretty straightforward. Here's some close-up images. The photo etch looks really nice. The kind of cross pattern definitely is convincing. Here are the masks. Again, you do have to cut them. They are not pre-cut. So you can see some of that. So, I mean, based on this, you would think that the uniforms of the soldiers would be better looking because they obviously can render like cloth, but maybe that's just how it's supposed to be. I'm not sure. Close up of the double pin tracks. They seem pretty straightforward and easy to assemble. Here is whole detail. You can just see all the like nice little latches here. You can see the bolts are actually like 6-sided bolts instead of just like a round blob. The very large radiator vents that will go on the back deck of the vehicle. Here's a close up of some of that non-slip texture. So this is like additional armor plating going on the bow of the tank. Here are the side of the hull. You can see the nice like weld lines down there as well. So I mean, I think Tamiya is really, and I know Tamiya does excellent work, and I don't want it to sound like this is out of the norm, but this does feel like a slight step up from their norm. So highly recommend it. Check out mrshobby.com so you can find this kit as well as hundreds of even thousands of others for reasonable prices. Take care. See you on the next video.